Welcome to today's deep dive, all about AI,
Oh, yeah.
the potential, the perils, and what it all means for us, you know?
Yeah.
You shared a really interesting article with us
Uh-huh.
called The Future of AI, a double-edged sword for humanity, and we are so excited to dig into it.
Absolutely.
Is AI really an existential threat?
Yeah.
Can we control it?
Right.
How can it be used for good?
These are all great questions.
Hopefully we can answer some of those
Yeah,
today.
I think so. I think so.
So, I mean, the article doesn't shy away at all, really,
Yeah.
from those potential downsides of advanced AI.
The anxieties. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really highlights some experts who
Mhm.
are genuinely concerned about the risks.
Yeah, like walking that tightrope
Yeah. Yeah.
between like innovation and just annihilation.
Right.
So where do like those anxieties come from?
Well, a lot of it comes down to just the sheer pace of AI development, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're seeing breakthroughs in areas like complex reasoning.
AI's ability to solve problems and make decisions that seem almost human.
Right.
But the problem is, as AI gets smarter, it also becomes harder
Oh, yeah.
to predict and control.
So it's kind of like we're giving like the keys to a superpowered car
Right.
to someone who like barely passed driver's ed, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty vivid analogy and not too far off.
Yeah.
You know, the article actually quotes Gabriel Mokobi,
Okay.
an AI safety researcher at Stanford, who warns that AI's capacity for complex thought
Yeah.
is outpacing our ability to design safety measures.
Right.
He even compares it to the challenge of preventing the spread of nuclear weapons.
Wow.
That's how seriously some researchers are taking this.
Oh, okay. That's
a big deal.
That's not reassuring.
No.
But hold on, like, didn't the article also highlight like some pretty amazing potential benefits of AI?
Oh, it did. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's where things get really interesting.
The article features the work of Yoshiyuki Sankai,
Okay.
who's a professor in Japan who's actually developing wearable cyborgs.
Hold on, like cyborgs?
Yeah.
Like out of a movie?
It sounds like science fiction, but it's happening right now.
Oh, wow.
You know, his company, Cyberdyne,
Good.
is using AI to create exoskeletons that help the elderly regain mobility.
So, like, imagine a world where, like, grandma can dance at your wedding
Right.
because AI is literally, like, giving her strength back.
That's right.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
It is. It is.
So that, I mean, that seems like a clear example
It is.
of AI, you know, being used for good.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And it highlights Sankai's vision of a harmonious future
Right.
where AI and humans work together
Mm-hmm.
to solve global challenges like aging populations and, you know, healthcare crises.
That's a pretty optimistic view.
It is, yeah.
Compared to the, like, doom and gloom scenarios we were just talking about.
Right, and that's the crux of the issue. Finding that balance between innovation and caution.
Right.
Because even with these amazing advancements, we can't ignore the potential for things to go wrong.
Oh, for sure.
The article stresses that the technologies driving these cyborgs,
Yeah.
like brain-machine interfaces, are evolving at lightning speed.
Oh, wow.
We need to be sure we can manage the long-term implications before they become commonplace.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, even in the most, you know, hopeful scenarios,
Yes.
there's still a need
There
for
is.
some careful consideration of the
Yeah.
risks, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another area where AI is making waves.
Okay.
Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
We're already seeing AI systems being used for things like early disease detection.
Yeah.
Imagine an AI algorithm that can scan medical images
Right.
and spot the tiniest signs of cancer that a human doctor might miss.
Yeah.
The article suggests this could drastically improve patient outcomes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it also makes me a little uneasy.
Sure.
Like, we're talking about
Yeah.
putting a lot of trust in these algorithms. So
That's right. Yeah.
what if they make a mistake?
Right. Well, and that's a valid concern.
Yeah,
It highlights the need for rigorous testing and oversight.
for sure.
The article emphasizes that rapid development in areas like medical AI needs to be coupled with comprehensive safety measures and ethical guidelines.
Right.
We can't just let these technologies run wild without considering the potential consequences.
So it's not just about like making sure AI works correctly.
It is bigger than that.
It's about making sure that it's used ethically and responsibly.
Precisely. And these concerns aren't limited to one country or industry.
Oh, okay.
The article points to a growing focus on AI safety among intellectuals, scientists, and tech leaders worldwide.
Wow.
There's this recognition that we need some kind of global framework for AI development.
So like an international treaty.
It's a possibility.
Oh, wow.
It's certainly a complex challenge.
Yeah.
But the need for some form of global governance is becoming increasingly apparent.
Okay.
The article points to the concerning gap between the rapid pace of AI innovation and the much slower development of safety measures and ethical frameworks.
So we're playing catch up on the ethics front?
Kinda.
While the technology is sprinting ahead.
That's a good way to put it.
That doesn't sound ideal.
No. And some experts are warning about potentially catastrophic consequences if we don't act quickly.
Catastrophic? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, for instance, the article mentions the potential for AI to be used by totalitarian regimes.
Oh, wow.
To control their citizens on a scale we've never seen before.
Right.
Imagine a government using AI-powered surveillance to track every move you make, every conversation you have, every thought you express online.
That's a chilling thought.
It is.
And I imagine, like, there are concerns about the concentration of power.
Absolutely.
In the hands of, like, a few corporations or
That's right.
individuals.
Yeah. The article draws a comparison between mitigating the risks of advanced AI and preventing the spread of weapons of mass destruction.
Wow.
It suggests we need to be just as proactive and collaborative in our approach to AI safety as we are with nuclear nonproliferation.
So I'm starting to see the urgency here.
Yeah.
But with all these potential dangers,
are
there any reasons to be optimistic about the future of AI?
Absolutely. In fact, the article goes on to highlight some of the most promising areas where AI could benefit humanity.
Yeah.
It specifically mentions AI's potential to tackle global challenges like climate change, poverty, and disease.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, not at all.
We could actually use this to make the world a better place.
That's the hope. But it's going to require a delicate balancing act.
Right.
We need to be bold in our pursuit of AI's potential while also being incredibly mindful of the risks.
That sounds like a tightrope walk.
It is. It is.
To say the least.
But the stakes are incredibly high.
Right.
The future of AI is ultimately the future of humanity.
Yeah.
We need to get this right.
So where do we go from here?
That's the question.
How do we find that balance?
Yeah.
Between innovation and caution.
Right.
Between harnessing the power for good.
Yeah.
And preventing the potential for harm.
Exactly.
That's a question.
Yeah.
That we will continue to explore in the next part of our deep dive.
I look forward to it.
Me too. So we've been talking about this global need for, like, some sort of AI safety net.
Yeah.
But what about us as individuals?
Right.
Like, is there anything we can do
to
help steer this technology in the right direction?
Well, it's easy to feel powerless. Oh, yeah.
When we're talking about something as vast and complex as AI.
Yeah.
But remember, this technology is being shaped by human choices.
Right.
Our choices.
Okay, so what can we actually do to make a difference?
That's a good question.
Should we all become AI programmers, like, overnight?
Well, becoming an AI expert wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
But there are plenty of ways to engage without needing to code.
Oh, okay.
For starters, stay informed.
Okay.
Read articles. Listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Follow the work of AI researchers and ethicists.
So, like, don't just stick our heads in the sand.
Right.
Because it seems too complicated.
Exactly. The more you understand AI, the better equipped you'll be to advocate for its responsible development and use.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about, like, supporting those organizations that are working on AI safety?
That's a great idea.
Okay. There are tons of nonprofits and research institutes dedicated to this.
Okay.
And they rely on public support.
Yeah.
So donating or even volunteering your time can have a real impact.
Okay, so stay informed.
Yeah.
Support, like, the good guys. What else?
Yeah, good question.
Can we do, like, on a personal level?
Think about your own choices as a consumer.
Right.
Every time you use a product or service that relies on AI, you're participating in this technological shift.
Okay.
Ask questions about how your data is being collected and used.
Right.
Make sure companies are being transparent and responsible with your information.
So it's kind of like being a conscious consumer, but in the AI world.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of your voice as a citizen.
Okay.
Engage with your elected officials. Push for policies that promote responsible AI development. Demand transparency and accountability from those who are building and deploying these powerful systems.
It's easy to feel like these big issues are beyond our control. But we can use our voices and our votes.
That's right.
To make a difference.
That's the beauty of a democracy.
Yeah.
And it's never been more important than now.
Right.
When we're talking about technologies that could fundamentally reshape society.
Speaking of reshaping society, we talked earlier about the potential for AI to cause massive job displacement.
Yeah.
Is that something we should be seriously worried about?
It's definitely a valid concern.
Okay.
As AI systems become more capable, they're going to automate many jobs that are currently done by humans.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
It could free us up to focus on more creative and fulfilling work.
Yeah.
But it does mean we need to start thinking now about how to manage this transition.
Okay.
This is where those public policy conversations become crucial.
So we need to be prepared to adapt.
Yeah.
Maybe learn new skills, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We might need to rethink our whole approach to education and job training.
Yeah.
And we might need to consider things like universal basic income to provide a safety net for those who are displaced by automation.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
It is.
To think about how much AI could change the world in the coming years.
Absolutely.
But I keep coming back to this idea of balance. Is it really possible to harness AI's power for good while avoiding all these potential pitfalls?
It has to be possible.
Right.
The alternative, letting fear paralyze us and abandoning this incredible technology altogether, is just too dangerous.
I like that. It's not about throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
It's about finding a way to use it responsibly and ethically.
Exactly. And it's going to require collaboration, creativity, and a willingness to adapt.
Okay.
We're all in this together, and we need to find solutions that benefit all of humanity.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what are some key takeaways?
Yeah, good question.
You hope our listener will remember?
First and foremost, remember that the future of AI is not predetermined.
Okay.
It's something we are actively shaping through our choices and actions.
Okay.
Don't underestimate your power as an individual to make a difference.
So we're not just passive bystanders in this technological revolution.
Right.
We have agency.
We do.
And we can help steer AI in a positive direction.
Absolutely. And secondly, remember that AI is not inherently good or bad.
Okay.
It's a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. Yeah. It all depends on how we choose to use it.
So it's not about fearing AI or blindly embracing it.
No.
It's about understanding it, engaging with it, and shaping it to serve humanity's best interests.
You got it. And finally, remember that this is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
We're going to be grappling with these questions about AI for years to come.
Yeah.
Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay hopeful.
Okay.
Because the future of AI is ultimately the future of humanity.
Well said.
Thank you.
Before we jump into the final part of our deep dive, what stands out to you as the most crucial point we've covered so far?
For me, it's the idea that we all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI. Yeah. We can't just leave it to the experts or the policymakers. Yeah. It's up to each of us to stay informed, make ethical choices, and advocate for a future
where AI benefits all of humanity.
I couldn't agree more. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. And then we'll come back to explore some more fascinating aspects of the AI landscape.
We're back for the final stretch of our AI deep dive.
Absolutely.
And it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? we've covered, like, the potential risks, the need for, like, global cooperation.
Yeah.
And, what we can do to help shape this powerful technology.
It really has been a fascinating discussion, and it really highlights the complexity of this topic,
Yeah.
AI is so much more than just lines of code, algorithms.
Yeah.
It's about our hopes and fears for the future, our values, and ultimately what it means to be human in a world that's increasingly shaped by intelligent machines.
I think it's easy to get lost in the abstract.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about AI.
Absolutely.
All those, like, what ifs and potential scenarios.
Yeah.
But sometimes it helps to, ground ourselves in the concrete.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some real world examples of AI being used for good.
Yeah, for good, absolutely.
Right now, like, actually happening.
Yeah.
And in the article you shared, it actually provides some great examples.
Yeah.
We talked about Sankai's work with those incredible wearable cyborgs in Japan.
Yeah.
But there's so much more happening.
There is.
In other fields, too.
Absolutely.
Like, for example, AI is already being used to address climate change.
It is, yeah.
Oh, right, the article mentioned that. How exactly is AI helping?
Well, imagine AI systems that can analyze massive amounts of climate data to help us predict natural disasters with greater accuracy.
Wow.
Or AI algorithms that can optimize energy consumption in our cities, making them more efficient and sustainable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like AI could play, like, a crucial role.
Absolutely.
In helping us create, like, a more sustainable future.
It could. Yeah, it absolutely could. And that's just one example.
Right.
The applications of AI are incredibly diverse and they're constantly evolving. We're seeing breakthroughs in healthcare, education, transportation, you name it.
Yeah, it's truly mind-boggling to think about all the possibilities.
It is, yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that AI is not some, like, magical force that's going to solve all our problems or like destroy us all.
It's not a magic bullet.
Right.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
And like any tool, it depends on how we use it.
Exactly.
That's such a crucial point.
Yeah.
AI doesn't have its own agenda.
Right.
It's a product of human ingenuity. And it's up to us to guide its development and use in a way that aligns with our values.
So as we stand at this crossroads with this incredibly powerful tool at our disposal, what's the most important thing
that's a good question
we need to keep in mind as we move forward in this new era of AI?
For me, it's about remembering our humanity. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement or the fear surrounding AI and forget what truly matters. Our values, our relationships, our compassion.
It's about using AI to enhance our lives.
Yes.
Not define them, right?
Exactly. AI can be an incredible force for good, but it's up to us to ensure that it remains a tool for human flourishing, not a force that undermines our humanity.
Well said.
Thank you.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with a sense of both awe and caution.
I think that's a healthy perspective.
Yeah.
We need to embrace the possibilities while also being mindful of the potential pitfalls.
So to you listening, as you continue to explore the fascinating world of AI, remember this.
Yes.
The future is not set in stone.
It's not, no.
It's something we're creating together.
That's right.
One decision, one innovation, one conversation at a time.
That's right.
Stay informed.
Yes.
Stay engaged. And stay hopeful.
Stay hopeful, absolutely.
Because the future of AI is ultimately the future of humanity. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.